Daytona 500 win last weekend. It's 325 laps to grab a second win.
I ask that you please rise and remove your hats as the Riverside Military Air Force Chaplain, Lieutenant Colonel Antonio Ortiz, offers today's invocation.
I know freedom is not free, so I pray for the man and woman that guard, fight, and pay the ultimate price. I also pray for the safety of our drivers and a wonderful day to enjoy with our families. Give your wisdom to our leaders and unite our communities with justice and peace. May God bless America.
National stage of the fan favorite. Here today to honor America, please welcome Billy Gilman, accompanied by signer Jethro Woodall, Sign One news anchor, as they perform our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the of the brave?
While the drivers set up and get ready to go, we had that great performance by I can't remember his name now, god dang it, forget, but they now have, it is now time to strap in the cars and get this contest settled on the 1.5 mile Atlanta Motor Speedway circuit. You are listening to Mock ESPN Network.
An Atlanta native and the commanding general of Task Force Southwest. And these are some of the Marines and sailors currently serving along my side here in Helmand Province, Afghanistan. We're coming to you from halfway around the world to say, drivers, start your engines!
Engines are now fired and we are ready to roll around the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Today is the first 1.5 miles of the brand new season, and our pole winner Denny Hamlin will lead the field to the green flag. But first we want to get onto a couple of things that are going on currently as part of it. Brandon Gaughan, he failed pre-race inspection, so he'll fall to the back of the line. Landon Castle's in a backup car after crashing in qualifying, and then Eric Jones changed an engine after qualifying, so that's currently the top for what we are. and we go green right now. Denny Hamlin leads the field to the green flag, and gotta pause it real quick because I lost my notes. Uh-oh, that's not good. Quick pause. Continue talking now. Notes got lost, but I found them again. We'll be back to racing shortly. The mic came out, and now we are back to racing from Atlanta Motor Speedway. Denny Hamlin takes him down into turn 1. Right now, Denny Hamlin blocking high and low, as I can see. Now I can't see anymore. I'm on the back straightaway in 36th. Eric Jones pushing the 71 car and into the corner. Hamlin got a nice run coming off of 1 and 2. Can he maintain that run? He leads the first lap. Into the corner, he has a challenger, and I believe that is Kurt Busch by his side, but doesn't matter. Denny Hamlin keeps it off of turn 2 and will maintain the lead. Hamlin into 3 and 4, he maintains the lead and will lead lap number 2. And as you can see, the rest of the field comes off of 4. Something very different about these 2019 cars as opposed to 2018. They now produce, or they are more in the downforce. They produce more in downforce as opposed to last year. With the new spoiler they have on the back of these are different from 2018. And in my opinion, it reduces speed and makes the sport less fun to watch, but nonetheless, it's still NASCAR. Denny Hamlin leads laps 2 and 3. A couple of battles going on now. There was a battle for 26 between Ricky Stenhouse and Chris Buescher. The 71 looking for a battle for 28th with Joey Gaze. And he takes the spot from the 66 car of Gaze and now moves on to find the 38 of David Reagan, who is retiring at the end of the season. And it is not yet known who will drive the 38 come 2020, but we will get that information out to you as soon as possible. The battle for 25th, Ricky Stenhouse passed Matt Tifft, and Matt Tifft seems to be slowly falling back. Stenhouse, and my mistake, that was Ryan Preece. And Preece gets ran into a little bit, gets loose, but nonetheless falls back and starts battling with Matt Tifft. Ricky Stenhouse passes Michael McDowell, and 71 looks like he's going to move up on him. Whoa. Battle for 22nd right now between the 17 and 71. The 71 looks like he's going to win that battle and move on to the 21 of Paul Menard, who is also retiring at the end of the season, with Matt DiBenedetto being announced as his replacement. Denny Hamlin comes off to lead lap 7 onto 8. So Denny Hamlin has led every lap thus far. Every lap thus far of stage 1 currently. as this race is going to get a little bit more hectic as time goes on. The amount of tire wear that we've seen in the previous 2 series races is beyond phenomenal. But the key to today is just saving your tires for at least a stage or 2. Meanwhile, back to 20th, the 71 is making his way up from 37th. He's currently in 20th right now. Just picked off Chris Buescher in the 37 car. Now moving on to Ryan Blaney, and he passes Blaney without a problem. On to William Byron. And if anyone asks, the difficulty is on Custom 100. That's why I'm not in the lead. That's why I'm so far back, because, you know, if you play on the actual difficulty, there's competition. Nonetheless, the 71 has passed the 24 car now, and off into turn 2. Denny Hamlin's getting ready to exit 3 and 4, and has now led 10 laps of. Has led the first 10 laps of this race, and the field runs back behind him. Ryan Truex looking for the 17th spot, and it looks like he's going to make contact with Almirola and take that spot. Up next, we got a battle. Looks like a battle for 12th between Ryan Newman and I believe that's Daniel Suarez. So we will keep an eye on that. From 14th back to 18th is Clint Boyer, Tyler Reddick. Well, now Ryan Truex in the wall hard. Clint Boyer hits the wall. Caution number 1 comes out. The current running order as they run is Denny Hamlin first, Kurt Busch second, Kyle Busch is third, Joey Logano fourth. Martin Truex Jr. rounds out the top 5. 6th will be Kevin Harvick. 7th is Brad Keselowski. 8th, Alex Bowman, chasing his 2nd win of the season. Chase Elliott 9th, and rounding out the top 10 is Jimmy Johnson. So, first 10, 12, like that. The battle was indeed for, it was, I believe, 13th or 12th between Daniel Suarez and Jimmy Johnson. Johnson eventually would win that battle and go on to, what is that? Let's see, 11th to 10th. Meanwhile, Suarez is in 11th. On the restart, Denny Hamlin gets a strong start and moves up to, or still maintains the lead, but hard chargers right behind him are. The hard charging crew right behind him is Kyle Busch and his teammate MTJ. Kurt Busch electing the top lane out of 3 and 4 on this lap. Hamlin will lead lap 16. Bringing them all across the line and into turn 1, Hamlin keeps the lead with Kyle Busch maybe a car length, or not even that, maybe for the lead at this point. Denny Hamlin keeps the lead into 3 and 4. And out of 4 to lead lap 17. Current battle for 9th position, or for 8th position rather, between the 500 champ and Ryan Truex. Into the corner. Whoa! 71 car scrapes the wall out of 1 and 2. Shouldn't be that long. That shouldn't be that much damage. And they maintain pace with Bowman coming back to try to reclaim spot number 7, and as that goes on, I believe that was Kyle Busch who led lap 18. So leads 18 and 19. He has a what? Oh,
oh my god, it smells like hot fucking weed here.
So
smells like high weed in here?
Yes.
We didn't need high weed.
I don't know English, miss.
Fucking asshole. Pardon that. I just have an idiot in here that doesn't know how to keep his voice down.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Kyle Busch leads lap 20, and now his challenger is Kurt Busch. And Kurt takes the lead from Kyle, but the battle's still out of 2 and onto the back straightaway. Kurt Busch comes out of 4, and he'll lead lap 21. So charge a lap to the 1 of Kurt Busch. Denny Hamlin right back behind him. Kyle Busch does a crossover, but Hamlin blocks it, and Hamlin maintains the lead. We are currently we have completed 21 laps of the scheduled 325 today.
Is that Coca-Cola or is that
22 of 85 in the first stage.
I'll smell it.
Smells like purple and whiskey.
I'll smell it.
Denny Hamlin back to challenging Kurt Busch for the lead. And it looks like, yes, Hamlin's going to take the lead in 3 and 4.
Smell it.
Takes the lead off of 3 and 4.
Okay.
Hamlin's going to... Hamlin takes the lead and leads that lap. Leads that lap. That's his 16th of the day. And we have now completed the 24 of the 85 in the stage. Be sure to tune in next week when we hit Sin City. NASCAR heads on to the West Coast Swing, where they will be at Las Vegas, Phoenix, and Auto Club. Las Vegas practice is on. Well, I'm not going to film practice, so forget that. The races are for each series: Wednesday for the trucks, Thursday for the Burger King series, the newly named Burger King series from Xfinity, and then Pizza Hut Cup Series action begins Friday. The race was scheduled to run last night, but due to a rolling blackout and rain, it was canceled last night and was decided to be ran today. But it doesn't seem like it affected anything, because there is good racing going on. Denny Hamlin has now led 22 laps of the 27. Kyle Busch has led 4, and Kurt Busch has led 1. No, 22 plus that. 22 plus that. 22 plus 3 is 25. 26.
Oh shit. We're not going off here anymore.
Why?
Hold up.
We know what to teach.
Gotta add the totals up real quick.
Passes were like season passes.
22 plus 4 is 26.
Don't even count it, not scary card.
Kurt Busch, Denny Hamlin has led 22. 22 and 4, that's 26. That's that. 28.
I can still see it right here.
Back after a minor technical difficulty, Denny Hamlin has now led lap 29. And the battle for 6th currently with the 71 and the 19 resumes. And the caution is out for maybe, I'm guessing, debris. And the damn caution cams in this game, that'd be great. Clint Boyer, who blew a tire and subsequently brought out the first caution, is now being scored out of the race in last place, 18 laps down. Everyone right now is currently pitted, and we'll be back to racing at around lap 33 or so, 32. From Rick Ware Racing, and since they haven't pitted, they're running on older tires that, since about the top 3 or 4 have not pitted, they're running on older tires. 71 car comes up and will take the lead from the 52, and now on lap 34. Even though the 71 takes the lead, Kevin Harvick's going to come out of turns 3 and 4 way faster and will lead lap 34 as his first lap led of the season. Meanwhile, the top 5 currently is Kevin Harvick, Ryan Truex, well now Kyle Busch, Ryan Truex, Jimmy Johnson, and Denny Hamlin. 71 car slipping back a little bit, not really sure what's going on, but we'll get an update on that as soon as possible. Meanwhile, 36 or 35 laps have been completed of the 85 scheduled for stage 1, 36 of 325. So we are now down to, what is it, 293? No. Terrible with numbers, so bear with me there. Kevin Harvick leads lap 36. That puts him up to now 3 laps led. And the top 4 are basically pulling away from the field. Right now, from 5th place, the leader has about a 3-second lead over them. And Kevin Harvick will, whoa, 71 car spinning. Caution. Yep. Caution is out. The 71 car goes spinning out of turns 3 and 4. And no pit there, so after that yellow flag, it is now, we should be around lap maybe 35, 30, no, 40. So Kevin Harvick leads lap 41 as his now 7th from what I can understand. And upon that, Denny Hamlin comes back trying to challenge for the lead. Off of 3 and 4, he won't get there. Kevin Harvick comes back to lead again, which now puts 41 in the books of the scheduled 85. The sole car out of the race currently is Clint Boyer after hitting the wall on lap, I believe lap 8, 9, 10, somewhere in the early stage of the race. Daniel Suarez now in the new 41 tries to pass the 71 for 6th, and looks like they're gonna battle out of 1 and 2, but Suarez will take the position anyway. Ooh, actually no, they're gonna keep on battling the 71 in the draft of the 42 with the new aero package in NASCAR, or in the Cup Series. They now have the downforce, which requires drafting to gain speed, and the 71 uses that to his advantage and passes both the 41 and the 42. Denny Hamlin leads laps 42 and 42, 43. Now lap 44. Kevin Harvick goes spinning 2, but that doesn't look like it'll cause a huge commotion. Getting loose off of turns 1 and 2, off of 2, actually. And I feel like I'm gonna sneeze, so bear with me here. Thank you. Bless me. Thank you. Okay. 5 and 8, 33. Plus 3 is 36. 6 plus 8 is 44. Denny Hamlin leads another 26. And a bit of a hit of the wall there a bit of hitting the wall there for the 71 car. He loses about 2 spots to Kurt Busch and Brad Keselowski. The previous winner of this event was last year. It was Trevor Bayne, who pulled through to win on basically fumes. Gambled with 8 to go and had a couple of seconds advantage over Kyle Busch and ended up winning the race. So that put his one and only win in his final season in NASCAR, and he retired at the end of, or he stepped down at the end of last year. Meanwhile, Denny Hamlin has now led, from what I understand, has now led 47, 48, 47 and 48 after 46. That'd be 28 laps. Kyle Busch has led 8, Kurt 3, and Kevin Harvick has also led 8. Kurt Busch right now getting into the draft of the 71, who currently runs 3rd. Top 5 currently as they run, it's Denny Hamlin, Kyle Busch, Ryan Truex, Kurt Busch, and Joey Logano. Denny Hamlin leads lap 49, puts him up at 29 laps, and Kurt Busch gets a huge run off of turn 2, but can't make the run stick to put a block on the 71. Right now, or there was a battle for 6 between Joey and Brad. Joey wins that battle and moves into 5th. Brad falls to 6th. Whoa, getting really, really loose. Hamlin now onto 33 lap sled. Still leads this. 71 car gets really loose off of 4 and into 1 and 2 now. The Tommy Baldwin Racing Machine finished, I want to say, from what I remember, finished 14th at Daytona last week. And that's their best finish of the season so far. Joey Logano and the 71 car of Truex make contact going across the start-finish line. And now the battle for 4th position is on between those two. Vikings. Battle for 4th is still commencing. Joey Logano, for now, has taken over the spot. 71 car still hard charging. '71 car still hangs in the balance of them. And Denny Hamlin leads lap 55. That puts him at 36 laps led. The most out of anybody today. With a good running 11 car, they catch up to lap traffic. The 71 believes he has a tire going down. Looks like, or feels like a right front, because the car is being reported as not being able to turn very well. Hits the apron and is still battling with Joey Logano. Meanwhile, the 11 machine and 18 machine 11 and 18 have caught up to the lap traffic. They are driving off to they're pulling off to the side. I wouldn't say pulling off, but they're moving out of the way of the lead lap cars. Meanwhile, Brendan Gaughan runs 39th. He had to move to the back due to failing, I think he failed tech. The 71 uses the 62 to his advantage and gets the position on Joey Logano off of the front straightaway. Passing up more lap traffic. The 71 passes over the 43 of Bubba Wallace and is now a 2.5 behind, 2.5 behind Kyle, and then almost 3 to the leader. Denny Hamlin pulls off the win today. It'll be his first of 2019 and will lock him into the playoffs for NASCAR. Denny Hamlin finishing 7th place last year in the standings, with the champion last year being Martin Truex for the now closed Furniture Row Racing. As lap traffic keeps flowing through. Denny Hamlin now leads his 42nd lap. His 42nd lap. The 71 having problems relating to the tire issue, and it looks like the right front is going to end up going down pretty soon for the 71 machine. Joey Logano passes him off of off of 4. Oh yeah, this thing won't turn now. 43 have now been led by Denny Hamlin. We are 62 laps into stage number 1 of this 3-stage contest that'll be decided over 325 laps. Join us after the race for post-race analysis with me and possibly Cody if he chooses to join or not. Whether he does or not will not affect that. Tune in for the post-race show that will be ran by me. And circulating to the report before, the 71 car's right front tire is officially going down. They will need to either pit this or next lap to keep from possibly a tire blowout and an end to their day. Passing over more lap traffic. Whoa, Joey Logano spinning. Joey Logano spun. 71 car hit him, and the caution is out. 71 car hit him, caution is out, and that saves pretty much everybody. Logano has hit the wall. I don't know if he hit the wall. I don't know if he acquired any damage. But that being said, on to the race. Rainstorm superseding the normal. When comes gathering plan this morning. Kurt Busch leads that lap. Ryan Truex was trying to be a thorn in his side, but could not, and now ends up slipping back in the lineup. Kurt Busch with a nice lead coming out of 3 and 4 is going to lead lap 70, and that puts Kurt up at 5 laps currently led. Puts him up at 5 laps currently led. Caution came out for Joey Logano, who him and Ryan Truex rather, made contact in 1 and 2, which sent the 22 spinning and sent Truex into the wall, scraping it. '71 has fallen all the way back to, right now he's in looking like 14th, 15th, keeps on slipping, but right now Kurt Busch leads lap 72, and from there on back the field is kind of breaking up a little bit. First, second, third, and fourth currently have pulled away from about 5th back to 10th. Is a couple of battles going on there. Looks like 3 wide for looks like 3 to 4 wide for 11th right now. Kurt Busch is now up again. Ooh, 71 car hits the, doesn't hit it, he kind of taps it a little bit, taps the front straightaway wall. Now remember the team has had tire issues here this whole weekend, including practice and qualifying. They qualified initially 40th but moved up to 37th because a car failed inspection and 2 of them had unapproved adjustments during qualifying, and whoa, here we go again. 71 car going around. Oh man, oh Jesus. Hits the pace car, come on now. That's not really good. With hitting pit road, he runs right through it and moves back onto the racetrack. Kurt Busch leads lap 75. Kurt Busch now 11 laps led under his belt. The 71 of Ryan Truex got into a little contact with the wall and with another car. Went down pit road and almost hit the pace car. Barely tapped it, but they didn't call a caution for that. Right now, lap 78 of 85, Kurt Busch led 77, which puts him up to now 12 laps led. Denny Hamlin currently holds the most laps led currently holds most laps led today with 49. Kurt Busch comes around and leads lap 78. And that's basically all we have to report on news for the race. Clint Boyer, who has been out of the race after suffering a blown tire and hitting the wall, has been checked and released from the infield care center. So when we get a chance, we will talk to him. Not really, I wish, but not really. Pretty interesting battle back here for, I want to say, probably 34th, 35th, between Ty Dillon and Matt DiBenedetto, who after just 33rd, Matt DiBenedetto trying to prove himself in his last season his first and only season with Levine Family Racing. And meanwhile, he does take the position off of Ty Dillon, driving the Germain Racing number 13 machine. Meanwhile, the 71 keeps hitting the freaking wall because it's a piece of garbage. And yeah, that's about it. But Kurt Busch comes across to lead lap. Denny Hamlin comes back and is now leading again. That's his 50th lap led. Lap 84 of 85 for stage 1. But 51st lap led by Denny Hamlin. 71 car still reporting problems, but for right now, it's the final lap of stage 1, as it looks like Denny Hamlin is going to pull it off and take stage 1 from Kurt Busch, who has the second most laps led today. And yep, just like that, Denny Hamlin pulls off stage 1 win, his first of the season, and that gives him 10 points and a playoff point. Meanwhile, the finishing order for stage 1 in top 10 would be Denny Hamlin first, Kurt Busch second, Kyle Busch is third. Brad Keselowski sits in fourth, Martin Truex Jr. fifth, Daniel Suarez 6th, Alex Bowman 7th, Kevin Harvick 8th, Jimmy Johnson 9th, and running out the top 10 with 1 point extra to his credit is now Ryan Newman. Everybody pitting this time, obviously, because of the long laps in stage 2. So now back on to stage 2, and Denny Hamlin leads the first 3 of stage 2 under the pace laps, obviously. Now Denny Hamlin back to first and rocketing his way down the back straightaway into turn 3 and 4 to lead his 4th of the stage. Kyle Busch now up to the lead after Hamlin leads the first green lap of stage 2. He now is going to be in a big battle with Denny Hamlin. Nonetheless, Kyle Busch leads lap 2 of stage 2. Kyle Busch going down the back straightaway again battles with Denny Hamlin, and looks like Hamlin's going to retake the lead off of 4. And oh no, Kyle Busch will grab it. Kyle Busch leads the lap off of turn 4 to take the third green lap of stage 2, and from there he goes like that. Hamlin back into the lead. Kyle Busch, though, still on his tail. Kyle Busch still on his tail. He leads that lap, so now 5 have been led in this stage by Denny Hamlin and 2 by Kyle Busch. Denny Hamlin back up to the lead, and for now we've got a battle for 25th between Daniel Hemrick and Jamie McMurray. McMurray in the 40 car over his last season will run in this series. Now we got a battle for almost 3 wide for just about 22nd. Right now from there it's Paul Menard and Ryan Blaney. Now it's Paul Menard and William Byron. Caution comes out for MTJ. He takes a spin and hits the wall and gets hit also by Paul Menard, who barely scrapes him, taps him. And so now that'll move most likely Ryan Truex to the back after spinning and hitting the wall and then hitting a couple of other cars. That's going to be his downfall a little bit. I don't think so. I don't see him. But ooh, I think that's it. He wrecked out of the race. Yeah, he is out of this race. He's gotten out of his car and he is on the way to the care center. So now there are two cars that are now out of the race. Clinton Boyer being one of them, and the second being Martin Truex Jr. Not a good start to 2019 for the 19 crew so far. Wrecked out at the Daytona 500 and now is wrecked out of this race. Oh my gosh, man. This is so freaking difficult to race here. This 20 car went spinning because of the 71. 71 hit him too hard and to the corner, bumped him and spun him out. So now from there, the 71 spinning his tires. Denny Hamlin going to lead his 11th lap. Looks to the bottom and will try to hold off Kyle Busch. And looks like he is going to, leading the 11th lap of the green flag stage. Chase Elliott getting loose and almost taking out the 71 crew, who is now the story of the day, since I can't really see anybody else other than myself. A big battle for 10th between Tyler Reddick and the 71. Meanwhile, the 42 takes the draft and moves down below and claims the 8th spot, or no, the 9th spot, 10th spot. Couldn't see what I was doing for a minute. That was weird. Swear to God, I fucking hate this racetrack. Anyway, back on. Here we go. Kyle Busch leads that lap, so now in this stage, Denny Hamlin has led 3, Kyle Busch, or 3, has led 13, Kyle Busch has now led 4. Or, no, 3. That would be 13 3, 16. Off of 4, Kyle Busch leads them back to the stripe and leads lap 17, which is now his fourth in this stage. Freaking track, man. I'm gonna do a quick pause to add up the laps led from stage 1. And coming back now, after adding up the quick laps led from stage 1 and 2 combined so far, Denny Hamlin now has 65 total led laps in the race today. Kyle Busch right now about to lead his 5th and go up to 13 total on the day. Dude, fucking A, this fucking truck. It's annoying as hell. Plus, they don't give you very much shit to work with. Like, you're for real? If I try to turn my car, I'm gonna fucking spin out. And if I don't, I'm gonna hit the fucking wall. Damn. Denny Hamlin leads lap 19. And that leads him up to 14. 66 total on the day. Meanwhile, back to a lot of good cars are running today, running top 15. The 71 and the 31 are both running top 15, and 12th and 13th. Now you got a battle between Roush teammates for 14th, which Ricky Stenhouse will lead that battle. Kyle Busch comes across to lead lap, his 6th lap of the stage, and his 14th total of the day. Meanwhile, behind that, 14.620, I didn't see you at lap 21, so I'm going to give it to Denny Hamlin. And the caution comes out once again on lap 22. 67 total laps led for Denny Hamlin. 15 and 6 is 21. I believe caution came out 22. About 25, 18, 70 total. Damn, 70 total for God damn it. Let's see, for 26. Well, it's 23. 18 and 6, 8 and 6, that'd be 24. Technical difficulties, man. Very sorry. Moving back up to that, Denny Hamlin just led lap, which is 20th of the stage. Kyle Busch has had 6. That adds up to 26. And little angle of the wall right there. It's kind of nice to get an all-around camera. That's a good feature of this game, but nonetheless, back to the race. Hamlin leads lap 27, so that puts him at 21 laps and 73 total now on the day. Dude, right there. Loose. Why is it so loose like this? If it spins me out, I'm just gonna let it spin me out because this is pissing me off now. Kurt Busch challenging Denny Hamlin for the lead. Denny Hamlin not really choosing to give in though. He'll lead the 23rd lap of the stage. And that now puts him up at 75 laps led total on the day. Kurt Busch up to the lead, and whoa, turns out not. Denny Hamlin leads that lap. 71 car continues to have its troubles. Tapping the wall yet again. With that, we're going to go to a quick commercial break on lap 32 of 82. When I say commercial break, I mean there will be no audio for the such events. Caution out at Atlanta, 71 car proceeds to get slammed by every other car because the damn track sucks. But yeah, so spinning off the front stretch basically into turn one, couldn't regain the balance of the car, so now caution comes out for the spin, and that wasn't smart. I should have pitted. Damn, man. Back on lap 36. The 71 car didn't pit, so now he is currently the leader and led lap 36. And now he leads lap 36 and 37, so that's 2. Two laps led thus far. Back to second is McMurray, third is Eric Jones, fourth Hemrick, and fifth Denny Hamlin. I think I made it. I think 71 made it on a pit road without a penalty. Meanwhile, the 52 of Cody Ware, or no, not the 52 of Cody Ware, the 40 of McMurray now leads a lap. That's a bit of a glitch. That's weird. 14 is in the... Yeah, that's a weird glitch. Denny Hamlin, meanwhile, takes the lead back from on the lap down, so now that's probably 2. They're on 40, I'm on 39. Those laps, so 2 more add to the... .31.6 is 37, 38, 39, 40, now 41. Back after a quick station ID, we are mock ESPN Network, and currently Denny Hamlin has now led lap 40 into 41. .33.6 is 39, 40, 42. One car currently running 38th place, a lap down. From here, we're going to go into a bit of a NASCAR non-stop situation where we cut off the announcements and we stick to the straight racing. So at this time, we will do that. This is Mock ESPN Network, and we will be back after the conclusion of Stage 2.